So who is atop Mahomes Mountain? Who is the universally accepted best quarterback alive headed into 2026? And the answer is nobody.
The answer is Josh Allen. And we have to stop downplaying the greatness of Josh Allen. I've made many videos now, too many to count, where I constantly say that Josh Allen is clearly the best quarterback in the NFL, and it's not even close. And when I say that, that seems to upset a lot of people. Not only the fact that I say Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL, but the fact that I say that it's not even close. And so now I've just spent hours, I truly mean hours, going through all the data, all the numbers, all the stats, and guess what? It's not even close. This video is about to be awesome because I just went into an absolute epic deep dive, and I'm going to compare them to all of it. We're going to get into it. Please, this took me a long time to make, so please do consider watching the full length of the video, as that really does help me tremendously, as well as subscribing while watching the video. I put in a lot of work on this one, so let's just jump right into it. So, this is what I did. I took the last 6 years, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. The last 6 years, okay, this is a chunk of a sample size. This is the last 6 years when all the quarterbacks were all on equal footing, all in their prime. We're not kind of like, missing it out. We're like, oh, well, it was only the first year for this or that. It's just everyone's kind of on equal footing here to the best that we could do. Okay. The best that I could do. There's 19 categories. 4 of them are slightly different, which I'll show you in a second. But out of the 15 categories, Josh Allen is number 1 in 10 of them. Patrick Mahomes is only 2, Burrow 1, Lamar 1, and Herbert 1. I've excluded yak percentage, behind the line of scrimmage, touchdowns, etc., because if you're in the top of those categories, that doesn't mean you're great. That means that your team is helping you. But we'll get into it. Total touchdowns. No surprise here. Josh Allen by a massive margin. By nearly 50 touchdowns. Josh Allen has nearly 50 more total touchdowns. That is absolutely insane alone. That alone is crazy. By nearly 50 touchdowns. Josh Allen's number 1. Patrick Mahomes is number 2. Justin Herbert number 3. Joe Burrow number 4. Stafford 5. Lamar 6, Dak 7. That alone is just honestly insane. Now we got total yards. This is where Patrick Mahomes is actually leading in one of his only 2 categories that he is number 1. And it's just barely. Josh Allen has 28,519. Patrick Mahomes has 28,692. So just a little over 100 for total yards. Just a little over 100. And we can see that it goes down to passing yards, which he has a couple thousand or, 1,500 or so. Patrick Mahomes is 26,527. Josh Allen is 24,939. Herbert 24,120. Stafford 23,491. I kept using the same quarterbacks: Mahomes, Allen, Herbert, Stafford, Burrow, Dak, and Lamar. I threw Dak in there because people seem to try to invent that Dak is a top quarterback, and he's not. Same thing with Matthew Stafford. I know Matthew Stafford's stock couldn't be any higher right now because Nick literally has Josh Allen below Matthew Stafford and Mahomes at a vacant spot, which is just absolutely insane. So, really interesting, but I can't wait to dive into those passing and total stats a little bit more deeply, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Then we got the passing touchdown to interception ratio. Lamar's actually first in this one with 145 touchdowns to 47 interceptions, but that's not counting total turnovers, which when you count total turnovers, Lamar Jackson is actually a lot lower. But Patrick Mahomes is 191 touchdowns to 67 interceptions. Josh Allen is 190 touchdowns to 73 interceptions. Justin Herbert 163 to 58. Joe Burrow 157 to 51. Stafford 167-62. Dak 146-56. But this is where I love it. This is where things get so insane. Really insane. Okay. Patrick Mahomes' yards after catch has 14,568. He's got 2,500 more yards after a catch than the second place Justin Herbert. Okay. and over 3,000 more yards after catch than Josh Allen. And we saw how close it was for total yards. Could you imagine if Josh Allen just got a fraction of the yak that Patrick Mahomes got? It wouldn't even be close. I mean, that alone shows the difference between the passing yards. But it's so funny because what happens when we look at it through the percentage, 55% of Patrick Mahomes' passing yards come from yak. Justin Herbert, it's 48%. Joe Burrow, 47%. Josh Allen, 44%. He's at the bottom. It's a four-way tie with Allen, Stafford, Lamar, and Dak, all at 44%. But Patrick Mahomes has an 11% increase in yak than Josh Allen, Stafford, Lamar, and Dak. Again, that is absolutely insane. That is such a wide margin, it's not even funny. And before you go ahead and say like, well, it's because of his accuracy, he's so accurate. This, that, and the third. First off, no one says that Stafford's inaccurate. No one says Joe Burrow is inaccurate. This is where we show it. Behind the line of scrimmage touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes has nearly double the behind the line of scrimmage touchdowns with 32 touchdowns behind the line of scrimmage. Josh Allen's in second with 18, Stafford with 10, Burrow at 10, Herbert 8, Dak 8, Lamar 7. Patrick Mahomes has 32 touchdowns that come from behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, it's pretty bonkers. It's pretty bonkers, especially when we looked at total touchdowns and passing touchdowns. Again, if Patrick Mahomes was just in relative range of everyone else between 10 and 18, it wouldn't even be close. His total touchdowns would plummet. His touchdown interception ratio would plummet. If his yak was in wane, it was within range of everyone else, his total yards would plummet, his passing yards would plummet, his passer rating would plummet, everything would plummet. The dude got 32 touchdowns from just behind the line of scrimmage. What about for screen passing touchdowns? 26 from screen pass. Josh Allen 13, Matthew Stafford 10, Lamar Jackson 6. He's doubled second place. And you're going to tell me it's because of Patrick Mahomes' greatness. Oh no, that's Andy Reid's greatness. When you get touchdowns behind the line of scrimmage and when you get screen pass touchdowns, that's not Patrick Mahomes. That's not Patrick Mahomes. Oh gosh. And it's so funny too, because before anyone also tries to bring up roster or this or that, man, I got way more data to show you this because it's so funny, because people want to talk about offensive line and receivers. This is 20 and 21 when he had Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce in their absolute bona fide prime. Not to mention 23 when Travis Kelce had the best season of his career. Patrick Mahomes had the best offensive line I've ever come across. Highest pass block win rate that I've ever come across. So yeah, but don't worry, there's way more data to continue to prove this, but this alone, 32 touchdowns from behind the line of scrimmage, 26 touchdowns off of screen passes. Unbelievable. Truly, truly, truly unbelievable. 55% of his yards come from yak. I mean, Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow, Josh, I mean, like 47%, 44% for Josh, 44% for Stafford. Such a massive bump, such a massive bump. Go ahead, tell me how Matthew Stafford's actually not that accurate. Go ahead, tell me how it's because of Patrick Mahomes' unbelievable accuracy. Go explain to me how Matthew Stafford is now seen as an inaccurate quarterback, that he doesn't know how to deliver the ball in a way that enhances yak. Go ahead, tell me. I'm waiting. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear it. Is it because maybe it has to do with like scheme and coaching and play calling and coaching and the players who you get the ball in the hands, like whether it is a Tyreek or Travis or Rashid Rice or Juju Smith-Schuster, who was actually top in the NFL on yak in 22? Want to know? No. Okay, got it. Want to tell me how those behind the line of scrimmage touchdowns are all because of Patrick Mahomes? Because of the deep ball threat. Is you can do it because he's so explosive under pressure that you can't bring the pressure on him, and when you bring the pre-pressure, then he can rip it off the top. Okay, let's keep looking at that then. Oh, Patrick Mahomes was bottom in the NFL in deep ball touchdowns out of these quarterbacks. Not in the NFL in these 7 quarterbacks. Justin Herbert was actually number 148. Josh Allen was 241. Dak 40, Burrow 39, Stafford 38. Lamar 36, Patrick Mahomes 29. So it can't be the deep ball threat then. But then what about average depth of target? Oh, Patrick Mahomes is at the bottom. Lamar Jackson 8.6, 6, Josh Allen 8.3, Stafford 7.9, Dak 7.9, Herbert 7.6, Joe Burrow 7.3, Patrick Mahomes 7.2. So again, in the last 6 seasons, Patrick Mahomes has the most most touchdowns, off-screen passes, most touchdowns behind the line of scrimmage, and throws the shortest ball. Yet you mean to tell me that he's able to do all those things because they're afraid of him being able to run and use his legs, so you can't pressure him, or he can scramble and then throw a deep ball and hurt you there. And yet all this data so far says the opposite and actually is showing you that Josh Allen is actually doing these very things that you claim Patrick Mahomes is doing. And Stafford, and what about the rushing attack then? Oh, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen absolutely crush Patrick Mahomes in rushing yards. Lamar Jackson 4,621, Josh Allen 3,580, Patrick Mahomes 2,165, Justin Herbert 1,715, Dak 894, Joe Burrow 847, Matthew Stafford a whopping 271. Must be because of the versatility then. I guess Josh Allen isn't very versatile. Oh wait, he's got 62 rushing touchdowns. Lamar Jackson only 23. Patrick Mahomes 15. Remember when we used to just say the importance of dual threat quarterbacks, and what makes Patrick Mahomes so special is his dual threat ability. He's got 15 rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen has 62. He's triple that, essentially, of Lamar Jackson, in second place and quadruple that of Patrick Mahomes. Matthew Stafford sitting there with one. Oh, brother. What about rushing first downs? Oh, Josh Allen number 1 again with 298. Lamar Jackson 267, Patrick Mahomes 145. Josh Allen literally has over 140 more, 150 more rushing first downs. So he gets more total touchdowns, gets less support with Yak, but gets nearly the same total yards, more rushing first downs, more rushing first downs, more rushing yards. It's almost like Josh Allen does way more for his team than not only Patrick Mahomes, but quite frankly, any of these other quarterbacks. I mean, what about just the workload? Josh Allen, when you add passed attempts and carries, Josh Allen's at 3,980, Patrick Mahomes 3,060, Justin Herbert 3,014, Matthew Stafford 321. That's weird for an MVP, right? Lamar Jackson 375, also weird for a multi-MVP. Joe Burrow 3,004, Dak Prescott 2,920. But what about under pressure? Because we talk about under pressure so much. Everyone's all in this now. Ever since, especially Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl in 2020, but then definitely again in 2024 in the Super Bowl, and now this past Super Bowl with Drake May. Like, everyone's so hyper-focused on offensive line these days, more so than we've ever been, and pressure, and what you do under pressure, because that's the mark of a truly great quarterback, because apparently any quarterback can be great when you're protected, but when you're under pressure, that's what reveals truly how great you are. No surprise here that Josh Allen dominates touchdowns under pressure. 63, guys, this is only passing touchdowns. This isn't rushing touchdowns as well. This is only passing touchdowns. Josh Allen has 63 touchdowns under pressure. Remember how everyone always talks about how he's got the best old line and this and that? Well, he's got more touchdowns under pressure. 63, Patrick Mahomes 48, Joe Burrow 47, Justin Herbert 45, Lamar Jackson 39, Stafford 37. Not so good under pressure, I guess. Dak Prescott 37. What about first downs under pressure? Because when you're under pressure, a lot of times it's like 3rd and 8 or something, third and longish. It's like, gotta have it. Josh Allen also top in the NFL in first downs under pressure with 392. 392, Patrick Mahomes 388, Justin Herbert 337, Lamar Jackson 285, Joe Burrow 270, Dak Prescott 256, Matthew Stafford again at the bottom 236. Pretty impressive about passer rating under pressure, man. Joe Burrow at the top. 83, Lamar Jackson. 82, Josh Allen 77.3, Justin Herbert 77, Dak Prescott 76.9, Matthew Stafford 74.3, Patrick Mahomes 70. So those quarterbacks who are at the top, according to Nick, are the worst under pressure. They're the worst under pressure. They have the worst passer rating under pressure. Matthew Stafford's at the bottom of the NFL on first downs under pressure. Patrick Mahomes at least second there. Touchdowns under pressure. Passing Josh Allen to 63. Matthew Stafford's at 37. Mahomes is at 48. Pretty far away from Josh Allen. It's just weird because I'm confused by all this data that I'm giving you, how we have Stafford and Mahomes there. And don't tell me it's because, well, they won a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl, and yet he's somehow behind Caleb Williams. He's behind Drake May, who just got rocked in the Super Bowl. He's behind the Prince, who's never even made a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts is on the same level of Bo Nix never made to a Super Bowl. Dak Prescott's never even made to an NFC Championship game. Jordan Love never made it out of the divisional round. And Jared Goff, who got to a Super Bowl, didn't win. So don't tell me it has anything to do with about winning a Super Bowl. It has nothing to do with that. It can't. It doesn't make any sense. None. Zero. Drake May would have to be elevated because Drake May would have to be above Lamar and Josh Allen at that point because he at least got to a Super Bowl. But no, it's just about winning a Super Bowl, and then Jalen Hurts, like, no matter how you slice it, it doesn't make sense. And this is actually one of the better stats because this is now the PFF pressure rating for the offensive rating. And this is when you're under pressure because, again, we're so obsessed with pressure these days, and understandably so. This now will factor in scrambling yards, rushing, this isn't just strictly passing under pressure. So this will be like, were you under pressure? Did you score a touchdown? Josh Allen's number 1, 70.5. Patrick Moulton, not too bad. 67.8 Lamar Jackson, 66.4. Joe Burrow, 66. Justin Herbert, 65. Dak Prescott, 63. Matthew Stafford, 56. So it seems like Matthew Stafford's a lot better when he has an elite offensive line and is protected. But the moment he's not protected so well, not so good. But Josh Allen, 70.5. What about just the overall offensive rating via PFF over these last 6 seasons? 6 snorts seasons. 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Josh Allen, number 190. 90, the only quarterback to hit 90. Joe Burrow, 86.8. Justin Herbert, 84.8. Patrick Mahomes, 84.4. Lamar Jackson, 82.5. Dak Prescott, 81.1. And Matthew Stafford, 80.6. Josh Allen is clearly the best quarterback in the NFL. And it's not even close. It's just not even close. These are regular statistics. There's no cook in the books here. This is a massive sample size. A massive sample size using touchdowns, passing touchdowns, total yards, passing yards, rushing touchdowns. Like, this is, you can't get any more straightforward than this, as well as separating it between also when you're under pressure as well. How perfect is a situation you're in? And Josh Allen is nearly at the top or at the top of every single category. The reality is that someone like Patrick Mahomes, who we see is clearly benefiting, he's knocking out of the park with yak and behind the line of scrimmage touchdowns and screen passing touchdowns. If he was just within range of everyone else, he wouldn't even be over 200. He would be like in the 180s. Josh Allen would be the only one over 200. He would be the only one. And it was the same thing with total yards. He would be the only one in the 28,000 range where everyone else would be in like the 26, 27. I mean, it's so insane when you look at the boost that Mahomes gets from yak and behind the line of scrimmage and the screen passing touchdowns. And Andy Reid himself, this is Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes' coach himself, says, "When I'm evaluating quarterback play, I remove all the pass attempts that are behind the line of scrimmage and screen passes." That is what Andy Reid himself said. That is what Andy Reid said. So if that's how Andy Reid is going to evaluate a quarterback, better believe that's how I'm going to evaluate a quarterback. So according to Andy Reid, we should literally remove 32 touchdowns. I'm just saying, man. And we'd have to remove thousands of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Thousands. Those are Andy Rule's quarterback evaluation. If you think you know how to evaluate a quarterback better than Andy Reid, that's on you, man. That's on you. If you want to say why Andy Reid is wrong, by all means, let me know in the comments why Andy Reid is wrong. Go ahead. I look forward to reading it. I look forward to reading it. It's so funny, because if we got rid of a bunch of those touchdowns, Patrick Mahomes is touchdown interception ratio would be like, I mean, it would obviously be so significantly worse. I mean, obviously just remove 5 of those touchdowns and it already plummets. I mean, it's pretty stunning, pretty breathtaking. I mean, Josh Allen is at the top of 10 of these 15. Again, it's total touchdowns, total yards, passing yards, touchdown interception ratio, deep ball touchdowns, average depth of target, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, rushing first downs, pass attempts, and carries. So it's like literally, what are you doing for your team? Touchdowns under pressure, first downs under pressure. Like, these are all important things, man. When you're on the field, are you getting in the end zone? Yes or no? Are you passing? Are you running? What happens when the pressure is there? Are you succeeding? These aren't weird, bizarre, obscure stats here. Clears throat. None of this is bizarre. None of this is too zoomed in analytically. Like I said before, like we're not dealing with a bunch of letters that people are like, what is it? DOA, EPA, ASC. Like, wait, what adjusted what completion above expected value? No, this is literally, what are you doing on the field? Are you moving the chains? Are you getting first downs? Are you scoring touchdowns? What are you doing? And Josh Allen is clearly at the best. And it's not close. 254 total touchdowns to 206. I mean, that's insane. That really is absolutely insane. Almost as insane as Patrick Mahomes getting 32 touchdowns from behind the line of scrimmage almost, and 26 touchdowns from screen passes. But again, you guys keep telling me, though, it's because of how dangerous he is under pressure and the way how the defenses have to play him. Because he's so good, I guess, at scrambling. Except he's not, and I guess his deep ball touchdowns are really not as good because Justin Herbert's at 48, Josh Allen's at 41, Patrick Mahomes at 29, Mr. Big Arm Stafford himself's only at 38. Patrick Mahomes is having the shortest average depth of target. I guess because they're giving him all the underneath stuff. I guess his rushing attack isn't even that great. We obviously know Stafford's rushing attack is non-existent. The rushing touchdowns, I mean, he has 15 rushing touchdowns. Okay, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow has 12 rushing touchdowns. And I'm pretty sure he's like missed half in the 6 years. He's missed like half the seasons. He's got to have like half the amount of games. And yet he has 12 rushing touchdowns and Patrick Mahomes has 15. That kind of tells you who Patrick Mahomes has been these last few years, these last 6 years. He has not been, people literally imagine Patrick Mahomes to be what Josh Allen is right now. I mean, rushing first downs 298, Patrick Mahomes 145, Matthew Stafford 29. It's unbelievable that we just can't seem to understand what it actually really means to be the best quarterback in the NFL. It's, what are you doing on the field? What is the production that you're putting out there? What is the workload? What is the weight that is put on your shoulders? Josh Allen is forced to get more first downs, more total yards, more total touchdowns, dealing with more pressure, doing more when the pressure is there than any other quarterback in the NFL over the last 6 years. And you mean to tell me that Josh Allen isn't considered the best quarterback in the NFL? To tell me that Josh Allen is on the third level and below Stafford and Mahomes, and the only argument you can try to pretend to say is Super Bowl. Super Bowl, and that is clearly incorrect, because Sam Darnold is below. Sam Darnold's on the same level of the quarterback that he just beat, and Jalen Hurts is on the same level of Dak Prescott and Jordan Love and Bo Nix. 3 quarterbacks who have never actually played in a conference championship game. Bo Nix got there, didn't play in it. How does that make sense? So, don't tell me it's based off of winning a touch a Super Bowl. Then, don't tell me that. That's clearly not what it's about. It's clearly not. If it was, if that was a reference point, if that was a metric being used, Jalen Hurts and Sam Darnold both would have to be elevated. Absolutely. And yet, they're not. Not to mention Nick Wright himself used to argue before Patrick Mahomes got into the NFL that Aaron Rodgers was the best quarterback in the NFL, better than Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady won a bunch of Super Bowls, but Aaron Rodgers is actually the best quarterback in the NFL. That is what Nick Wright used to argue before Patrick Mahomes got into the NFL. That's what he used to argue. That's Nick Wright's own logic. So, I'm literally just using Nick Wright's own logic right now. So if anybody want to say, no, Pat Nick is right, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback, Josh Allen is there, well, then you're breaking his own logic. And again, how does that make sense? What makes sense is what I did here. It's showing you that Josh Allen is literally the top in nearly every category. And in some of the categories that he's not, it's like, okay, he's in second. Oh, deep ball touchdowns, he's in second. You know, Patrick Mahomes is in last. You know, it's like, okay, Patrick Mahomes is first in screen pass touchdowns. He's first in behind the line of scrimmage touchdowns. He's behind. He's first in yak percentage. He's first in yards after catch. That's pretty cool, right? And it's not surprising that he then ends up being first in passing yards and total yards, where we see the boost that you get from the gifts. Pretty crazy. It really highlights just how crucial coaching really is. But again, even in the categories where Josh Allen isn't even first, like in total yards, he's off by a little over 100 yards. That's it. I mean, Josh Allen literally could be leading in like 13 of the 15 categories. You realize that, right? Like that's where we're at right now. This is the gap. Josh Allen is leading in 10, easily could be like 12 or 13. Patrick Mahomes 2, and the 2 categories that he's leading in, he gets a massive boost from yak, etc., etc. It's not even close, guys. It's not even close. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL, and having something like this is embarrassing at this point. It's absurd, and it's just downright incorrect. Trying to pretend that Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Josh Allen is hilariously absurd. Trying to pretend that Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Josh Allen is hilariously absurd. Fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.